Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Thank you, Ebony Green, for today's beat. Coming up on today's show, we reveal how you can use your voice to create change at RNE with Richland 2's Hackathon.
And we have a new C-SPAN documentary. Get ready because RNE-TV Live starts now.
Good morning, Cavs. Today is Thursday, January 26th, 2023. I'm Zoe Beecraft.
And I'm Layla Price. Today's National Green Juice Day.
Let's get right into today's announcements. The Media Center would like to help you boost your vocabulary power by sharing an ACT vocabulary word of the day. Today's word of the day is deficit, which means the amount by which something is too small. For example, I need to get a job because my bank account deficit is increasing. Boys soccer tryouts are January 30th and 31st at 4:30 on the soccer fields behind the football stadium. Any students interested in soccer conditioning prior to the tryouts should contact Coach Daniels at damondaniels@bellsouth.net. Girls soccer tryouts are January 30th through February 1st from 4:15 to 6 o'clock on the stadium field. Come ready to play. For more information, contact Coach Mills at jmills@richland2.org. Football conditioning is happening now. People that are interested in playing, please email Coach Wilson or come to the stadium at 4:15. Conditioning will be Monday through Thursday. Boys tennis practice is after school at 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday on the tennis courts. If you have any questions, please contact Coach Domino at dominobulware@richland2.org or Coach Kennedy at lkennedy@richland2.org. The Silver Cadet Band Program is hosting its inaugural high school drumline competition Saturday, January 28th. Please come out and show your support for your peers and students during this event. Tickets can be purchased via the QR code on the flyer. The band hopes to see a sea of orange and blue in attendance this Saturday. After this break.
The literary magazine is now accepting art and writing submissions. Art submissions include 2D, 3D, photography, and digital artwork. Writing submissions include poems, short stories, fiction, and nonfiction, as well as song lyrics. QR codes for the submission form are posted around the school, as well as in teachers' classrooms. If you have any questions, please contact Dixie Johnson at 100-387-41@region2.org. The College Center is sponsoring a free college tour for seniors to Allen University and Benedict College on Wednesday, February 15th. The bus will leave RNE at 8:50 a.m. and is scheduled to return by 12:30 p.m. Permission forms are available in the College Center room A109, and the Senior Gold Classroom. Deadline to return permission forms is Friday by 1:30 p.m. Please contact Ms. James with any questions. PCA dance auditions for the Prince of Egypt Ballet are Wednesday, February 1st during first and second lunch in the dance room. Please come to whichever lunch block fits your schedule. Please wear dance clothes such as a leotard, tights, or leggings, and bring ballet or jazz shoes. Over the commercial break, you saw a commercial from the district promoting this year's hackathon. RNE-TV Live reporter Delaney Peck is live in the studio with the district representative with more information.
Good morning, Cavs. I'm joined by Mr. O'Neill to tell us more about the hackathon. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So what is the hackathon?
The hackathon is an extended day event on March the 3rd. It's a Friday, where students from all across Wilson School District 2 can come and work on ideas that they want to make their schools or their communities a better place.
Perfect. And who can participate?
Yeah, really any student in this school can participate. We'd love to have students from all backgrounds and all types, because we want you guys to make sure that the ideas that you work with are really important to you, things you want to solve to make the school, the community a better place. And it's just for anybody. So grab the permission forms, find the QRs around campus.
And then is the QR codes how students can learn more, or are there other ways?
Yeah, exactly. The QR is the best place. It's got a copy of our video, the permission forms, the actual website where you go to post ideas. We also got a couple folks on campus. The Career Center ladies are there to help you out. They've got permission forms and information. Also, Mr. Burley in the Science Building is a great contact.
And what are some ideas students have already said?
Yeah, some really cool stuff. We've had students talking about trying to bring pets to school for therapy, ways to think about identity and supporting everybody in the community. Some of the community ideas are, can we find ways to get old technology and then use it in new ways, artistic ways? Can we find ways to help the elderly with technology?
Okay, well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Delaney Peck. Now, back to the anchors.
Prom tickets are now on sale. Tickets may be purchased from the fees office during lunch, before school, or after school. Tickets are currently $50 and will increase at the end of each month. Our theme this year is the Masquerade. See your junior house reps for updates. Softball conditioning is happening now at RNE on the softball field Monday through Thursday from 4:15 to 6:15. Tryouts are January 30th from 4:15 until 6:15 and January 31st from 4:15 until 6:15 at the RNE softball field. Athletes must have all paperwork uploaded to Big Teams, formerly Planet HS. Please place all plastic bottles, aluminum cans, and paper in the blue recycling bins in your classrooms or green rolling bins in the halls. Make sure that bottles and cans are completely emptied. Don't place any food in the bins. Don't bag items, and all contents must be loose. Teachers are responsible for emptying blue bins, recyclables, into green bins. Green bins are emptied every other Tuesday or when full. Every year, RNE-TV completes documentaries for the C-SPAN Student Cam Documentary Contest. Over the next few weeks, we will show you our documentaries. Students were asked to produce a 6-minute documentary using C-SPAN footage addressing a theme. This year's theme was, if you were a newly elected member of Congress, what issues would be your priority and why? Today's documentary was produced by Evan Cano and Elizabeth Martinez Pacheco. Their topic is foster care reform.
While we may believe removing children from abusive homes is a fine gesture to protect a child, we have learned time and time again that this is not always the case. Children are very often taken from caring parents who hit a rough patch in their lives. They are put in foster homes where they're at a high risk of being sexually abused, neglected, or in extreme cases, murdered.
been speaking for quite a while now, the foster care system is in crisis because of issues just like this. There are more children flooding in the foster care system.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that at least 1 in 7 children in the U.S. have been abused or neglected. This raises an important question. How can we fix a system designed to protect the vulnerable? On September 22, 2022, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster signed a bill allowing the Department of Social Services to place children with relatives who do not have a foster care license. The bill's mission is to reduce the trauma children experience from being separated from their parents and maintain familial relationships.
We have a lot of children that go into DSS custody, and the problem is we don't have a lot of foster parents, but we have families that are actually these children's, like maybe their grandmother or their aunt or their even someone that they may go to church with that's like an aunt or a grandmother, and we call those fictive kin.
The American Bar Association reports that kinship caregivers are more likely to come from socioeconomic backgrounds and have household incomes below $20,000 than foster parents.
And, then there's 3 more children. You just can't afford it. Well, with this new legislation, they can become, foster parents first, and they can get the same payout that a foster parent would get.
There's a lot of nonprofits in the Richland County area alone that collect things like gift cards for the holidays, or we had clothing drives and ways to give extra resources to foster parents, because you don't make money as a foster parent, right? It costs a lot of money to raise a child, and while the agency does provide some reimbursement for a monthly rate, it's very difficult.
The reason I looked at foster care is that it's a microcosm. It's a sample set that we have pretty extraordinary data around to date, even though we can't seem to fix it. It's a microcosm for what happens when displacement happens abroad as the unintended consequences of our actions or inactions in the rest of the world.
A similar approach was used in San Diego County. In 2018, Social Services took Tyler James Walter, a 22-month-old boy, from his mother's home. The police arrested her for drug possession and alleged child abuse. She pleaded guilty to the charges without serving time. Despite her concerns, the state placed Tyler with a relative, his mother's 19-year-old niece, in Long Beach, California. 2 months after living with his foster parent, Tyler died as a result of a bloodhead trauma. The manner of his death was unclear.
There are parents that are still going to abuse their children. There are people in society that are still going to do wrong things, because if there weren't, we could do away with DSS completely.
Some advocates say that placing Tyler with a young relative wasn't the best decision. According to JAMA Pediatrics, children in foster care are 42% more likely to die in the general population. Furthermore, researchers found that between 2003 and 2016, the mortality rate for foster children remained steady.
We've got to first come together in all states and talk one language, and that is the safety of children in the system. The second thing that we must do is we must absolutely set these children up for financial success.
Jaden Carter was one of many children in youth care homes.
To improve it would to be checking out their people more and checking how they would act with certain situations. With my situation, mine was like one that didn't need to be escalated to the point to where it was.
In 2019, there were 400,000 children in foster care alone. Of this population, 40% were under the age of 6 and spent an average of 18 months, while 14% spent more than 3 years in the system.
Honestly, it was just so terrifying because my parents, I didn't get to see them for basically a year, if not a little over a year. And I missed out on my brothers and sisters' birthdays due to it.
Each of you, anybody can do this, can contact their local liaison to see what they need, how they can help. Maybe they need something as simple as mentors to talk to these students or to connect them with.
What I'm saying is give them a safety net. Give them help for their first month's rent, maybe a deposit on a car. Just give them the fact of what we would give our own children.
I think there needs to, they have such a huge caseload, so sometimes it's kind of hard for them to even I guess, meet the requirements that's needed to be able to care for all those children. But I feel as if they need to be more, they need to be paid more. Maybe that would be, they would be more willing to go extra and beyond.
Since many people only hear one side of the story, it is essential to educate the public. We should push for the creation of programs to help children with mental health issues, and most importantly, our social workers need proper training and support to be able to deal with tough situations.
There's a lot more to come on children's issues, and there always will be, because people are always coming up with new and evil things to do. So we just have to stay on top of them and see if we can't stay ahead of them.
Well, that was up today's show. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Layla Price.
And I'm Zoe Beecraft. Remember, it's a great day to be a Cavalier.